gosh. Hey. What are we doing, guys? Are we calm down. Holy cow. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, so it is Wear Test Wednesday. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And if you have any suggestions on any foundations you'd like me to try or any other kind of videos you'd like me to make, go ahead and comment down below. The foundation today is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. Foundation is actually only exclusively sold at Ulta. There are 18 different options, which it could be better. It could be a lot better. The color I chose was F10, which is for medium skin tones with golden undertones. I actually don't have a golden undertone, but I usually have a neutral undertone, but all their options, none of them worked for me, so I really feel like they could improve on that. The description for this is really brief as well. It says, foundation just got faster, available in multiple shades and range of undertones, quickly perfects contours and highlights your complexion. So if you're interested in seeing exactly how this foundation wears and test throughout the day, go ahead and keep on watching. Before we get started, I need to put on some skincare really fast, just a moisturizer and an eye cream. I did recently get one of these, like these little makeup fridges. Don't mind my mess up. So I'm gonna use this Saturday Skin eye cream, and then I just need a moisturizer. I have been battling a sickness for 2 weeks now. Something is going around. So I just put this eye cream on morning and night. It's supposed to be brightening. This is the Water Drench by Peter Thomas Roth. Usually if you can moisturize your skin really well, and if you don't have oily skin, you can just get away without a primer. If you have oily skin and if that will help extend the length and wear of your makeup, then totally go for a mattifying primer. I love stick foundations. They just seem so easy to use. You don't have to even worry about a beauty blender. You just buff it out with a brush. With my experience, all stick foundations just work better with a brush because they are a more thicker consistency, just easier to blend out. So my shade with this Makeup Revolution foundation stick is F10. I'll start on this side. And I'm using the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH03 buffing brush. So far it's blending out really well. Basically as much product as you put on is, it does, a little bit of this doesn't really go a long way. Whatever you apply is pretty much the area that it will blend out, if that makes sense. The finish of this looks like a little, looks dewy, which I think is really pretty. The undertone is a little pink, little orange. I can never get, I have a neutral undertone, but with drugstore foundations, it is so hard to get right. When I apply foundation around my nose, I try not to do a lot just because I feel like that's where it can crease the most and cake up. So this is one side with foundation, without. I feel like the finish looks really nice. The color isn't too off. It looks, you know, actually looks closer to the color of my arms, which is great. I won't imagine that this stick would last very long if you used it every day. Here's a little up close. It really does just seem like a healthy glow, which I'm definitely living for. I think it looks really pretty, but it just all depends if that healthy glow stays there. With the feel of this, it feels like I am going to have to set it if I want to blend anything on top. Going in with the concealer, the color is M150. This is Buff Beige. I feel like the concealer is blending really well on top of this foundation. I do need to set underneath my eyes, the concealer a little bit, so I'm going in with a ColourPop No Filter setting powder. The foundation definitely needs to be set with a powder. I'm gonna go in with my Milani Prep Set and Go Transparent Face Powder and my Big Morphe E4 1 brush and just tap into the foundation. This will mattify it a little bit, but even just touching the foundation with my finger, some of it did lift off, so we do need to set this in place. Okay, that did take away a lot of the dewy, but I still feel like it looks really pretty and it looks natural. It doesn't look too heavy, and we'll be able to bring it back to life with some setting spray. All right, just finished putting on my makeup. I feel like everything looks really seamless, and I feel like my setting sprays really melted everything into the skin. So far I'm really happy with how this foundation applied and how it looks so far, but we really won't know until we see how it wears throughout the day. Right now it is 11:46 and I'm planning on wearing this for 8 hours, so until 8 p.m. tonight. Let me tell you real quick all the products I'm wearing. The bronzer is my tried and true Fenty Beauty Island Ting. Love this bronzer. Then with highlight, I went in with my Wet n Wild highlight. I believe this is Flower Crown Beauty. Such a great affordable highlight. Then I went in with the Kylie Cosmetics X-Rated Blush, and everything just melted so well. I went in with 2 setting sprays. I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set just to melt everything in, and then I went in with the All Nighter setting spray to hopefully maybe extend the wear of this makeup. We'll see how that goes. And then I briefly set my eyebrows with the 24-Hour Brow Setter by Benefit Cosmetics. Oh, and last but not least, my lip color is Anastasia Beverly Hills Crush, which is one of my ultimate favorites. It's just a natural light pinky nude. Outfit of the day. Let me flip around the camera and show you. So it's really glam over here. We are wearing these joggers. They're Ready to Rulu by Lululemon. These are actually last season's, so they won't be on the site, but there are so many high-waisted joggers on the market for a fraction of the cost that I'll link that are just, they're awesome. Because if you want to go on a walk, you can without feeling like, you know, I don't know. Good job, buddy. Did you open it by yourself? I'm so impressed. And then with the top, I got this from Target this summer. I just love how it's like a little bit cropped, so you can wear it with high-waisted things. Hopefully they'll still have it. If not, I'll link a couple other options. Just like really loungy, and it's gonna be a day full of laundry. And this fan, this is the bane of my existence. I need to dust it off, and I've actually been talking about just replacing it because it is a little outdated, doesn't really go with the style of our room, but it's just one of those things, you know, just one of those things you gotta do. And it's a good fan, so I don't necessarily want to part with it. Anyway, so I will be back with the next check-in to let you guys know how everything goes. Foundation has been on for 2 hours, but much to my dismay, I actually do have to leave the house today. So thought I'd show you guys what I'm wearing now instead of my sweats, which I was thoroughly enjoying. I changed into my mom jeans, which I love. These are from American Eagle. I think they might still have this exact pair in stock. I don't know, they go out so fast. Good job, bud. I'm wearing these Adidas Gazelles, I think that's what they're called. And then I'm wearing this like cropped hoodie from Victoria's Secret. It's from last year. But yeah, so all right, I'm doing my first check-in. It is 4:55 p.m. So the foundation has been on for about 5 hours, and I feel like it looks pretty good considering the 5 hours. It definitely is not transfer proof. As far as staying power goes, it looks really good. My bronzer and highlight and blush look really seamless, and I feel like the finish looks really nice. It's like that my dewiness is still coming through. I'm kind of thinking that the finish of this is a satin matte. I know that they didn't say on their website what it was, but I really like it. It does settle into fine lines a little bit, so be aware of that. I'm trying to remember, there was a couple other things I was going to say. Oh, my concealer. Have you guys tried this concealer before? I feel like I've set it with a couple different powders and I still feel like it creases throughout the day. So you'll have to let me know what you think, because the concealer has just so many amazing reviews, so I wonder if I'm just the problem, if I'm not working it very well. So anyway, I will be back on here in 3 hours to let you guys know my final thoughts and to see what it looks like at the end of the day. Hey guys, I am back home. It feels good. I love being home. I am definitely an introvert by nature. I definitely want to know what you are. Are you an introvert, extrovert, a little combination of both? It is 8:02 p.m. And I'm downstairs where I have like my backdrop, and I set up my, all my stuff. I actually need an HDMI cord for that. But I've had all this stuff for like 3 years, so it's nice to finally get it set up again. I'm planning on doing some tutorials. I definitely want to do an eyebrow tutorial for beginners, and I am so looking forward to the new Carly Bible Times Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, which should be out next Thursday. So I'm really excited. I'm going to shoot a tutorial on that as well. For those of you that have never watched one of my foundation reviews before, I like to grade certain aspects of the foundation 1 through 5, and I do that by price, packaging, longevity, transfer-proof application, and then I also added in another one like finish after wear. First and foremost, we're going to talk about the price. So the price of this foundation is $9, and I think that is really reasonable for a drugstore foundation stick. It's not the cheapest, it's definitely not the most expensive, but I do feel like $9 is a great price, and Ulta is always doing $3.50 off of a $15 purchase, so you can get this for, you know, $7, which I think is such a great price. So I gave that a 5. Packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love this blush pink, matte blush pink color. I like how the Makeup Revolution is like a rose gold. It feels like good packaging for the price, so for that I gave that a 5 as well. Longevity, I gave the longevity a 4 out of 5, just because after 8 hours I do feel like it's still holding up pretty well. Granted, I'm curious to see what this foundation would look like after 10 hours of wear, but I do feel like after 8 hours I feel like it looks really good. I feel like my skin looks healthy. It hasn't done too much creasing or anything weird around my nose. Things like that. It has started to fade a little, which obviously after 8 hours, I definitely expect that. So I gave that a 4. Is it transfer proof? Totally not transfer proof. If you are going on a date or something and you're gonna be snuggling, or not even on a date, like if you're even gonna be like hanging around your family and giving a lot of people hugs, might wanna skip out on this foundation because it's going to, oh my gosh. Hey. What are we doing, guys? Are we calm down, holy cow. Not transfer proof, so I gave that a 2. Application, I gave the application a 4 because this foundation does buff out really well with the brush, like really well with the brush. So the finish after wear is the next category I did, and I gave that a 3 because this foundation, I would definitely say, settles into fine lines. Like you can kind of see on my forehead, little parts, it's kind of faded right here. I feel like it's faded really evenly, which I like. You can still see my bronzer and highlight, which I appreciate. I recommend this foundation for sure if you have normal to dry skin. I do believe if you have oily skin that you probably would not like this foundation at all. It'll probably be a huge pass. Final score of this foundation is a 3.8. Pretty good score. I actually was really surprised with this foundation. Guys, I had so much fun filming this, and thank you for following me throughout the day, and I will see you guys really soon in the next video. Bye.